Hello and welcome back everyone to more Standard on Arena with me Autumn, aka Rainy the Witch. Today we are playing some of the best deck in Standard, the definitive best deck in Standard, for once. Izzet Prowess. I love this deck. It's very powerful. Hard not to win with it. This Cori-Steel Cutter card came into Standard a couple months ago. Kind of just redefined Standard and what the format's all about. It is arguably the best card in Standard, the most powerful card. It rewards you for double spelling, which means naturally you want to play it with Prowess creatures like Monastery Swiftspear, Otter tokens, Drakecatcher. These creatures reward you for casting lots of spells in the same turn, lots of cheap cantrips, stock up to refuel, and trigger all your stuff in the process. Our list today is my most recent Izzet Prowess list that I have released a Patreon guide for. I'm going to quickly put my Patreon link up on screen. Anyone interested in a sideboard guide, matchup guide, deck list, all that jazz for Izzet Prowess. Excited to get in some games. Let's just get right down to it. I don't think we're allowed to keep this. If this was Spirebluff, there'd maybe be an argument, although even then, be suspicious. Well, we're definitely keeping this on 6. And go to the Pierce, maybe. Flood Maw plays kind of nice with Drakecatcher. Yeah, analyzing. So this is probably a domain gamer. We cannot cast that. I'm getting rid of it. Okay, we'll draw another one. Why not? Draw thing. Please let me draw a land next time. The Beanstalk. Oh. Why would we draw a land? That would be ridiculous. Opt bug, indeed. Opponent with their actual best draw, whilst we're sat here missing land drops. Alright, put them to 16. Have a Drake at the ready. Yep. Sure thing, friend. Sure thing. Drake. Yep. Fire off Sleight of Hand. I see. Get in there with the team. But they're probably gonna fire for binding. They're throwing up a Rides and they're choosing the Otter. I guess they can't choose the Hatcher. That makes sense. Do we ever Flood Maw here? Get in for 2 more damage. Pretty bad into lockdown, but they can probably double lockdown anyway. Tricky. I think I don't Flood Maw, but I don't know if that's correct or not. I think one of the ways we can maybe be in this game is that if they go for a Zur, we get to bounce the Overlord in response. Nope, they have a sweeper. Okay. Go for the stock up. Or Am I ever allowed to take second Steel Cutter? Feels weird. Probably not winning this game anyway. They have 7 cards in hand and 2 Beanstalks. And we auto lose to Xur. But you know, gotta try. Can't give up. Alright. Sure thing. Oh my god, what a frustrating game. Okay. We're against Xur, so we want these get outs. We want these rows. We want I've got my guide, huh? What's the point of having a sideboard guide if I'm not gonna got our Drake Catchers, our torches. Spell Pierce. Then I bring in Negate and Enduring Curiosity. Litho? I think Litho's really awkward because they always get a Xur attack before you get to Litho it. Like, pretty good against specifically the card Basil. I guess I don't want to go to 5, but we're really relying on finding our land drop here, obviously. Be opting or talenting on one. Talent gets the pressure going, but opt lets us find a land to counter their beans. Also lets us find a cantrip to keep digging for lands. I guess we have to opt. Yeah, that's true, everyone. It's a lot more impressive in Otters in this matchup. Get rid of Swiftspear. Monstrous Rage. Cool. I mean, we were meant to keep this on 6. Obviously, you'd never keep this on 7. But on 6, the hand's high enough upside, and you just have to take the risk. Sometimes you don't find the second land in your top, like, 3 cards. You could also found another cantrip, of course. The odds weren't like that against us. If we find a cantrip, we just keep digging. Alright. I feel like I'm pretty forced just to do this to push damage at this point. I don't know. I'm in desperation mode. I have to hope their hand sucks. Okay. Maybe it does suck. Fascinating. Them not doing anything on their turn makes me really just want to cast Stock Up. And just hope they continue to not do very much. Give us a little bit of time to get set up here. Okay. Pretty good. Question is, am I just running out Carter and saying go counter open? I think I am. It looks like they have a Leyline Binding, unfortunately. Though then I could always counter the Leyline Binding to get my token. Okay, they don't go for it. They're just going to attack for 4, and by the looks of things, they go... I guess they get this Hauntwoods going. Pretty annoying. Alright, definitely take the Sleight of Hand. Keep triggering us stuff. I guess we're just gonna say go. They sure do attack me for 1 billion. So if I don't block, I go to 6. I think I'm not meant to block. This could be bad. Blocking buys me a lot more time to get my stuff online, but I have like a shot at killing them next turn. as things stand. They don't have a second lockdown, of course. Please. Please don't have a second lockdown. Right. Cool. So we need to find Flood Maw. Okay. Now we kind of need them to cast a thing pre-combat, which they do not do because my opponent has a brain cell, fortunately for us. So now we don't have any oh, we can bounce the Stormchasers. Oh no, we can block with the Stormchasers token. Okay, this is fine. This is fine, chat. This is fine. So we bounce the temporary lockdown. It gets us the Stormchasers token. Stormchasers token chump blocks. And then when they go to cast this lockdown, we get out it and get 2 Steel Cutter tokens, and we just hope they don't have a third lockdown. Yeah, I've been playing Curiosity for a little bit. A bunch of people have actually started playing this card the last couple of weeks. If you look at the like top results at the regional championships, you see copies in the sideboard here and there. Okay, we could hypothetically kill them. We have to run unbelievably hot, but it's technically doable. That is not how we do it. Bottom that one. Sleight of Hand, okay. I don't think we're allowed to cast over these, right? We have to just half here. And draw 2. And then if we find a Flood Maw, they die. They die if we Thundertrap into Flood Maw. We'd have... They'd lock a 4/4. They'd take 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're 3 points short. So I guess we do have to half into it. We have not played a land. So yeah. We have not. That's probably not lethal, right? We Swiftspear, we Talent. They block the 2 5/5s. They take 10 and go to 3. Honestly, incredible that we can put them to 3 despite hitting our second land drop on like turn 3 or 4. We're way closer to winning this than we have any right to be. I guess as things stand, I have to cast my garbage and say go and hope they have nothing. And then try and kill them next turn after chump blocking with a million things. That sounds like it's technically a plan. Alright. They're going to have 3 chump blockers, well, 2 chump blockers as well. Attacking with the fish is bizarre. Unless they're Day of Judgmenting us, of course, in which case, you know, sucks. Sucks for us. Well, back down to 2 creatures. I guess I was meant to play okay. There's the Day of Judgment. I guess I was meant to play Stormchasers that turn instead of Swifty. Interesting. Alright, level this up. Hope you don't have an answer. Apparently you do. Please don't have a relevant card, my friend. Apparently you do. Pretty good one. The tap land means I can't grab stock up. Which means I guess I'm grabbing Sleight of Hand. It feels like I'm legally obligated to make tokens this turn. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Okay. Make my Steel Cutter tokens. Please do not kill me. They don't kill me, we get back stock up, I guess. Maybe do something. Or can get back Sleight of Hand. They have not cast a temporary lockdown yet. That's promising. Oh, hey, Ren. I don't think I said hi. I've been a bit wrapped up in this game. Just a tiny bit. I am in the trenches. I sure am. I repeat, can anyone believe that we missed our second land drop until turn 4? And here we are, still battling. On turn... a lot. Turn many. Turn many. We get back stock up, I guess? Question mark. Fire off a stock up. We find a Monstrous Rage off it. Those do it. Flood Maw 2/1. Cast a Slight. They have one blocker. Blocks a 4/4. They take 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I think this is lethal. Question mark. Might find Rage. I think this might just be lethal regardless, right? We also found the Rage. Rage is more damage, right? Because it also pumps. Yeah, I think Flood Maw was also lethal. I think both were lethal. Like, we already had lethal before finding Rage. 14 without Rage, yeah. Oh my god, oh my god. Can anyone believe we won that game? What on earth? What on earth? This main deck seems awful. Oh my god. Truly wild. Cutter is a reasonable card and definitely shouldn't be banned. Question mark. Alright, game 3. You have to be on the draw, but you know. We can win that game, we can win any game, I guess. No FF stuff for me. Is the FF stuff up at the moment? I never know what time it starts and ends. I don't know. Oh, this sucks. Since last night. Ah, I see. We've drawn 2 lands. Our opponent has a Beans. Oh, they don't have the Overlord, though. Something. These no second Beans? Nice. Okay. Oh my god, can we draw a spell? Please. Guess I keep that. Oh, it's finishing nowish. Wait, stays open for a couple of days. I'm getting such mixed messages right here. I don't know. I don't really bother with the pre stuff. Like, I'll just play the cards when they release. I could run out this Curiosity. I worry that it will just get exiled then. Oh my god, Shops. I read about that. Kind of wild. A little bit wild. Stone Brain. I assume we let this resolve. Wow, people will Stone Brain anything now. Like anyone nowadays. They're just upset they lost to Cori-Steel Cutter so badly last game. Rip Cori, you'll be missed. Yeah. They spent 4 mana to achieve nothing. And we are now going to win this game trivially easily. To cast Thundertrap, it's another body for Curiosity, but currently we have 2 counter spells to like double protect the Curiosity, which sounds pretty nice. But we also have this Flood Maw if they lay Line Binding. I think I run it out. Seems good. Good luck, have fun, opponent. Guess they could Ride's End me. Easy game. Wow, incredible. Stone Brain strikes again. Alright, sure. Fascinating. Mountain Go. So it looks like they are on a red strategy. Oh, what? An Ember Heart strategy. Fact. I think I just bounced this, right? I'm gonna be honest, Phoebe, I had no idea the Switch 2 released today. I'm genuinely like kind of shocked at this discovery. Wasn't it announced like a month ago? It's crazy. It was announced in February. That's basically a month ago. Alright, just keep bouncing our stuff, I guess. They're for free. Do I ever keep the mountain with stock up? Yeah, I was kind of wondering that. I don't know. I just really wanted to find a Torch or a Flood Maw was my thinking. I felt like finding Torch or Flood Maw was like probably going to be pretty incredible for me. Wow. I have no idea what to spell with these cards. Fascinating. I don't want to take Swiftspear. And then maybe Steel Cutter. The Steel Cutter is the one thing that triggers Prowess next turn. From that. Put them to 11, and they just die on my next turn, pretty trivially. And even if they have Manifold Rage, we don't die. It's kind of like their best possible right now. I guess they could go Manifold Rage now, but apparently they're just playing a Nemesis instead. Acceptable. Cori-Steel. I mean, they didn't attack me. I wonder if I'm allowed to just play a Steel Cutter and then, like, say, go not attack into this Nemesis and this, like, red mana. Sounds kind of fine. Could also just play a 4/5. And then next turn I have this as a Prowess trigger. And then they, like, turbo die. Yeah, not figuring out some sort of like lethal combat here might be cowardice. But I don't know. I feel like there's some weird world where they have like a Witchstalker frenzy. And they get to block with this Nemesis and they like narrowly survive and murder a bunch of my board and then do something on the backswing. I don't know. It feels very hard to lose playing it safe like this. Like, we're just gonna have so many bodies now. Now we swing out. Passes for blockers. If there was anything on the line, I would actually try and figure out if this is lethal for sure, but it's really hard to imagine it would. Like, I don't know. And trying to work it out sounds like a complete nightmare. Opponent agreed with my assessment. Game 2. No removal was sad. It's a little hard to mulligan this. I don't love it. I guess it only has like one painless blue source as well. They've mulliganed already. Makes us mulliganing more justifiable. We also don't have Cori-Steel in hand, which is obviously the best card. Hearth Elemental is like pretty good in the matchup, but always a little disappointing to see in the opener specifically. I don't know. I think this is close. Well, I guess we're going to 5. Good talk, good talk. Unplayable 5. Amazing. I dare to be careful with my mulligan. Rather than just keeping the incredibly mediocre hand. And this is where we end up, I guess. Hey Tony, good to see ya. Play Canal for now. Have Torch open. Manifold or an Ember Heart. Do I enjoy playing Cutter? In a sense. It's a pretty fun card to play with from the perspective that you win a lot. Sometimes the card feels a little bit stupid though, you know? Alright, we get to torch this Swifty. Oh, they might have a Prowess trigger, frick. That would be really annoying. They are getting priority, unfortunately. Great. Well. Aw, hey Jarvis. Good to see ya. Gosh, I loved that Grixis Delver deck. That Grixis Delver deck was such a treat. One of my favorite decks to play, like, ever. I think this is kind of good, right? We bounce the Swiftspear and get the Drakecatcher back. I assume torching this challenger is illegal. Although maybe they just rage the Swiftspear though to save it, right? With a Prowess trigger, yeah. Yeah. Alright, let's say go. We get to bounce the Swifty. Get back the Drakecatcher. Block with the Drakecatcher, I guess? Question mark. Yeah, we have this torch or this rage to protect it. We're on 11. We're kind of taking a lot here. They have the rage, so if I torch, they can prowess over. Or if I rage, they have a 6/4 and we have a 2/4, 3/5. I should really just know the maths on this. A 5/5 question mark? We just trade if we do that? That doesn't sound like a game I win. I think I just have to hope they don't have another Prowess trigger in hand, and if they do, I lose. And it sucks. Damn, they do. It sucks. Double strike? Oh my god, come on. Okay. Brotherhood's End, that's good to know about at least. That's good to know about. Now I die to Swiftspear and Challenger attacking me. Seems pretty likely they'd make a play. But I guess we should force them to. Alright, now they're definitely gonna do it. Whatever. Game free. Game free. That was a mulligan to 5. Let's be on the play. Hopefully with a nice 7. I don't think I'm allowed to keep this, right? It just does. 5 lands against the opponent's deck. I mean, we have Hatchern to stock up on the play. What's the matchup? We're against Boros. Boros Mice. How much do I think Final Fantasy changes standard? Probably very little. But I would like to be pleasantly surprised. Yeah, you'd mulligan. My inclination is... I guess on 6, I'm probably meant to keep this and hope to get a little lucky with these cantrips and get rid of the Swifty. I guess I want to use Sleight of Hand because Opt is an instant, so we can double spell on the opponent's turn potentially whilst holding open Flood Maw. Oh really? I haven't actually seen your Hartford list, Jarvis. I'm kind of a Hearth Elemental believer, but I know not everyone is a fan of the card. I've had some pretty positive experiences with it though. I don't really mind if the Swifty dies, right? There's plenty more bodies coming. Seems like a very acceptable exchange. My 1 mana for their 2 mana. I could hold this back on defense. I have a Flood Maw to like, I don't know. I don't think the 2 damage matters. Wow, these lists are remarkably close, at least the main deck. Jarvis, good deck builder. In unsurprising news. I bounce this 50. I assume so. But to keep my token. Hope they don't have a hexproof. I should maybe have waited in case they went for a Boros Charm. I'm very silly. I'm just not used to playing against Boros Charm. In shocking news. Alright, this is a lot of critters right here. Opt is nice. Get in team. Hope they don't kill us. You've been very Commander brained. You already have been, Vivi. You're in your Commander arc. Garden. Heck yeah. I don't know. Like, at least like 5 or 6 serious formats, and then a bunch of like less serious ones people play anyway. Like, people are gonna hate me saying this probably, but I think Magic would like be better if you like made the format only constructed formats like standard, modern, legacy, and then like Commander, I guess. And you just got rid of everything else. So it's like super streamlined and people know what formats they have to play or have to learn or have to be on top of. But instead we have our 30 million formats and we'll like it, I guess. Yeah, we still have limited formats. Limited rules, but yeah. You can only have so many constructed formats to keep up with, I don't know. Everyone in my chat who plays Vintage or Pre-Modern or whatever is now furious at me. I'm sorry. Opponent looks unfathomably dead. Yeah, we resolved the card Cori-Steel Cutter, and they are playing cards that are not Cori-Steel Cutter. So I'm inclined to agree that they're dead. Also the missing land drops thing, I guess. If you want to get really specific, but I'm just kind of like clicking buttons at this point. I don't know. I can't imagine my decisions have any meaning on the outcome of the game. Yeah, supposedly the Dimir deck is really good against the non-Izzet decks and heinous against Izzet, and we are currently playing Izzet, so you know. Yu-Gi-Oh! Limited is funny because building a sealed deck is very straightforward. You take out the half of your pool that does literally anything in the format and you have exactly enough cards for a deck. That's kind of phenomenal. I'm currently slowly getting into Lorcana, but I'm like pretty committed to just never playing Lorcana Limited. You tried Lorcana last Sunday. What was your opinion? Did you try it with competitive decks or like the starter decks? Because the starter decks are like heinous. Oh, it had 4 time spirals. Oh yeah, there's the 0 mana Wheel of Fortune. That card's great. It's also rotating soon. We love the 0 mana Wheel of Fortune. It's such a normal card. Alright. Vimir mid-range. I see. I wonder if we ever want Lithomantics after we've seen this stupid 1-3. I don't normally board in Lithomantic. It's kind of nice against the stupid 1-3 though. You like cutting all the rages? Yeah. Kill Kaito. I'd be a little surprised if they have Kaito in against us, but I guess it's not impossible. Yeah, there's a number of 0 mana spells. The first couple sets worth of songs in Lorcana are mega broken. And then they like scale the songs way back and make them much more reasonable cards. So all the mega broken ones are rotating in like 2 months' time. Like rotation, like it's kind of wild. The first couple sets are such higher power level than everything that came after them. So a lot of the formats and the decks in standard at the moment are really defined by that. And then they scaled it back and made it more reasonable and realized spells were broken. And so when rotation happens, their decks are going to become like a lot more like reasonable instead of busted, which is going to be interesting. Oh, I kind of want to have Torch open for Bat, but I also really want to get down this tap land, and I don't think Bat actually matters that much. So. Yeah, it's just a new TCG tradition to have mega broken cards at the start. Indeed, indeed. It's just how it be. Alright, please don't counterspell me. Maybe I meant to hold this for turn 3, so they play their Preacher and I bounce it. Maybe this is really bad. This might have been a really bad play, actually. Because I have the Flood Maw for the Preacher, and now they just get to run out the Preacher. Oh my god. I immediately realized this was a bad play before they even put the counterspell on the stack. Anyway, we're here now, I guess. We are here now. So, I guess we will enjoy our stay. They reprinted Dig Through Time in Lorcana. Yeah, I don't know how good it is. It's not seeing much play as far as I'm aware. Maybe it sees play in the ramp decks. Not sure. There we go. There's the good card. Wonder if I have a Sleight to look for land here. That sounds very greedy. That's a good question, BB. I don't know. Probably reasonably. You just look for like the busted build arounds and payoffs. And 0 mana spells. 0 mana spells are a big part of the equation. Dig a little deeper. Yeah. The naming is not subtle, but I kind of love it. I don't know. I think it's kind of delightful for it to not be very subtle. Yeah, there is, VV. There is. Although, like, supposedly a lot of the players winning big events are Magic and Yu-Gi-Oh players, as I understand. Yeah, Frank Carsten and Zan have been doing well. I've heard apparently Wafo Tapper had a friend who couldn't play one of, like, the Grand Prix, but had an entry. So Wafo Tapper, having never played the game before, like, was coached the day beforehand about the game and ended up top 16ing. For literal, like, first time ever playing. I'm just like, what a hero. Actually incredible stuff. I kind of don't hate drawing a land, I think. Yeah, I believe it was with some nonsense control deck, as I understand it. Yeah, the price support for Lorcana is really good. This is accurate. These don't have a counterspell. Very annoying. Okay, they do not. I could stock up to use all my mana. I kind of don't want to run it into a quench. I wouldn't mind having some interaction open. Wow, Tidebinder. Okay. Apparently. I also have 2 stock ups in hand. I'm pretty into just casting a 1 mana 4/5. Sounds pretty excellent. A+. The only real punish is if their final 2 cards now are Kill Spell plus Curiosity. They do not appear to be. Yes, the land is actually not terrible. How much attacking do I want to do? I don't want to get, like, horribly mauled by Curiosity. But I guess having Otters in play kind of helps protect against that. Like, a little bit. Yeah, they have Soulstone and Reef up. Yeah, they can trade a lot. The Reef for my Hearth Elemental, I guess. Maybe I just attack with this Cori creature. Because I don't mind trading this for Reef. And we still have Hearth Elemental on defense. Sounds pretty reasonable, I think. Like the Prowess bodies block so poorly. I'm pretty happy to trade one here. Okay, they go for the floating it. That means they're not go for the floating my Hearth Element. That's pretty good news. Pushing quite a lot of damage. That's true. That's true. Well, I guess as things worked out, they'd have answered both anyway. I'm just like, I just feel like the only way I lose this game is them, like, resolving specifically the card Enduring Curiosity and drawing cards. And, like, it's basically impossible for me to lose any other way. Which is making me quite interested in, like, being pretty conservative here. So I'm going to cast this to protect it from discard, and then I'm going to get back stock up and just hope they don't draw the discard. But if they do draw the discard, I really want the cutter in play. And then I get back stock up over Torch. And I say go. And they have to draw something very good. I mean, my plan, I'm going to play one more match after this with Izzet, and then we might play some Sultai Otters. Because that deck is definitely worse than this deck, but I've been enjoying it a lot. It's a lot of fun. Take a little look at what's in the deck. Oh, hey, another stock up. What do you know? It's great. Yeah, maybe needs an extra go for the throw. Yeah, I was kind of wondering that. I don't think that's a terrible suggestion. Maybe on board. TBH.